Welcome to our podcast. I'm excited to dive into a fascinating topic today that's reshaping the way developers create and manage code, GitHub Copilot and its new features. So let's get right into it. To start off, GitHub Copilot is like having a coding buddy right there with you, ready to offer suggestions and help you write better code. It's powered by AI, which is pretty amazing. Imagine coding in a language you're learning and having a tool that not only shows you how to write functions, but also explains the logic behind them. How cool is that? Now, one of the standout features we'll explore is the way Copilot finds and fixes vulnerabilities in code. Security is such a hot topic these days with so many breaches happening. It can be nerve-wracking to realize your code might have flaws that can be exploited. But with Copilot's tools for identifying these vulnerabilities, you can code with much more confidence. Think about it. The idea that as you're writing your code, a tool is actively searching for potential issues and pointing them out. It's like having a safety net. So, how does that work, you ask? Well, it leverages vast datasets and patterns learned from millions of code snippets and helps developers not just write faster, but also smarter. And let's not forget about the Actions feature. This allows users to automate their workflows. It's like getting a personal assistant for your coding tasks. Picture yourself coding and, with just a command, deploying your project or running tests automatically. It definitely takes a load off your shoulders, right? But while Copilot is a powerful tool, it's worth chatting about the balance between relying on AI and maintaining your own coding skills. There's a question I've been thinking about. Is there a risk that developers will become too dependent on tools like these? It's great to have help, but at the end of the day, we want to ensure we're still building our own problem-solving skills. So let's pause for a moment. If you're listening and pondering these questions or even have your own thoughts, I would love for you to share your experiences. Have any of you used GitHub Copilot or similar tools? What did you find most helpful or surprising? As we move along, we'll also touch on the collaborative side of GitHub, how discussions can enhance teamwork. Coding isn't just a solitary activity anymore. With tools for code review and tracking issues, teams can collaborate seamlessly. It's like turning coding into a team sport. And speaking of collaboration, have you heard about GitHub sponsors? It's an excellent way for developers to fund open source projects, which really brings the community aspect of coding into play. It's about supporting each other and recognizing the time and effort that goes into crafting quality code. Before we wrap up, let's quickly summarize what we've learned. GitHub Copilot is enhancing code quality and security, and it's democratizing coding through features like automation and collaborative tools. But remember, while these tools are revolutionary, it's essential to stay engaged and nurture our own skills as developers. So, as we close today's discussion, I encourage you all to explore GitHub Copilot if you haven't already. And think about how these advancements are changing the landscape of coding. What do you think the future holds for developers with tools like these? I'll leave you with that thought. Thanks for tuning in, and I can't wait to chat with you all again next time.